Buddy, back to our live stream here. This is Monday. We're doing Blitz and Rapid Chess. I'm Sladgie. We're on lichess and Twitch. Sparkle Horse on lichess. If you'd like to challenge me, we'll be taking challenges from friends, subscribers, and other. Time control between 5+3 and 7+3 challenges are welcome here. Let me edit the stream title. All right. So this is our first official summer stream, I guess. Sladgie Monday, Blitz and Rapid Challenges on lichess.org. That sounds simple and good. We've been down for a few days. A little cultural weekend for myself. A little break, mini vacation. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. A moment ago, Morwa was challenging me, but he's given up. I'm afraid he's like given up and gone to bed or something because it's late there. I know it's 11 p.m. for the European players. And I was going to take Morwa's challenge, even though I'm never warmed up. Let's see if we're live. Are we live? Do we have any viewers yet? Man, I leave the stream for a few days, and next thing we know, I've got no viewers. Arsenal's here. We have one viewer. He's not even showing up on us. He's not even. Juicebox is here. Arsenal was here. You guys aren't even showing up as viewers on Twitch for some reason. Now we got 10. All right. So one digit was missing. Good to see my friends. Arsenal fan. Juicebox. Looks like my internet might be a bit slow. A lot of stuff is like slow to load. Arsenal's subscription box, for example. All right. Actually, the viewer number was slow to load. Now it's still saying 0, even though I really have 10 viewers on Twitch. I don't know why it's doing that. What's up, guys? Just trying to wake up a little bit. It said 0 viewers, then 10, then 0, then 9 again. What's up, everybody? We're taking challenges between 5+3 and 7+3. I'm afraid that Morwa has given up. He's no longer online either. Man, that sucks. I know it's late for him. Being a kid from Europe, it's like 11:30. His parents probably made him go to bed. I could have accepted his challenge if he had stayed online like one more minute. But now he's gone. It doesn't matter. The main thing is that we're all here to leech games off of vastly superior chess player. Flattery will get you everywhere, Arsenal. Already getting on my good side tonight. We had a very important event today. My all-time first, actually, I should say my first time in my life. Maybe, I don't know, like how many times I played like mini golf. Probably like 300, I don't know. I've never had under par in mini golf. And I scored 1 under par in mini golf today, which is like, I seriously, there's always like one hole where you like mess up and like you like get a 6 or something. And I managed to stay under par by 1. So my all-time greatest mini golf result, I think, in history. Solid 1 under par. What's up, everybody? Arsenal's here. Let's get some challenges. If not, I'm going to have to go grab a victim from... I'm going to have to grab a victim from the lobby. The infamous lobby. It's nice to be back streaming, though. I missed everybody. Just in Boston for a few days. You tried a nail hole-in-one on the 18th. Those Cambodia mini golfs are particularly tricky. I remember when I was a little kid, like every mini golf, like they used to have like an extra free game if you like got a hole-in-one on the last hole. But that seems to have gone. That's gone the way of like old school fashion. Your favorite part of streams is me trying to click the disappearing names in the lobby. Yeah, no, I'm going to grab a victim, a random victim, to get warmed up here. I didn't want to play Morwa, but I was going to take the challenge because I figured it's late for him. Alright. Create a game. Yeah. No, not really. We're just going to lobby. I got a challenge now from Dimitrilas. Alright. We'll play Dimitrilas. He's not like obscenely high rated, like 2200. I don't want to play at somebody who's like Morwa It's 2200 in the first game when I'm not really properly warmed up. All right, Dimitri Las, you can go ahead. You have the white bits. So Arsenal just had a 40-game Blitz session with a 194 ECF, and he took like 7 points. So that's just like a solid, what's that, like 20%? A little under 20%. All right, good estimation by me. What are we going to play? What are we going to play? Think fast. What does he do against Alyakin's defense? Alyakin. Gahul. Thanks for anecdotes. Between the mini golf, Japanese dropping dead in a restaurant. Oh, I don't remember that one. I remember being in a taxi and like a taxi driver trying to run over myself and a Japanese guy. But now I don't remember the Japanese dropping dead in a restaurant. Alright, so c4. Man, the 4 pawns attack, really. I'm not well prepared for this, but I'm not going to play DE anymore. Except for this last time. I'm going to try it for one last time. This is Shabalov versus, this is Brian Smith versus Shabalov. Where Shabalov is the only known player who's tried the only way to resuscitate this variation, d5, g6. Shabalov is from Latvia and one of the greatest Alyakin theoreticians of all time. Alyakin's defense theoreticians of all time was Agzamov. And probably, like, Shabalov even knew him. But g6, this is not the main idea. The main idea I lost to Nefedov last time with e6 is basically refuted. So this is like a substitute variation. Following the game Smith versus Shabalov from like 2008. I don't remember the dead Japanese people being an anecdote, but anything's possible. I don't remember everything I say. He won a game while down a queen for rook and bishop. h3. It's an understandable move, but it radically weakens the dark squares. Wow. Creates a very interesting possibility here of e6, knight f3, pawn takes pawn, bishop g5. Then I suppose I would play like queen to d7, and like that's kind of messed up. How about e6? I mean, is e6 even a good move, really? No. If e6, d6, and I've got the same problems again. All right. e6, d6, knight c6, knight f3, bishop g7, bishop g5. I keep running into that. No, let's just not. Let's say we did. Wasted a lot of time here. So he stopped bishop g4. I mean, that's his main point. Very well. But h3 costs him too. I think move 11 would be wary of the weakening effects of h3. Would you not, move 11? The weakening effects of h3. Really not a big deal, right? Got to develop the bishop somewhere. Not my favorite, but getting more and more concerned about this. Bishop is trapped. h5 looks like it helps. Helps make my position worse. I'm going to get a couple pawns for a piece. No hints. Queen b8, g4, knight e5. Does it help or hurt, Arsenal fan? I'm not afraid. Now he saw it. Nah, he jumped too quickly there. Terrible blunder by white. I mean, basically, he could have won this piece a move ago where I probably didn't have enough compensation, but now I'm just not even losing a piece. I have compensation for his material. Now, what was he supposed to play there? G4, 95. Oh, bishop e5, bishop e5. Yeah, bishop e5, bishop e5. I have 2 pawns for a piece, but it's not really enough compensation. He just moved too quickly. I still think this line looks like crap. So, even with a super slow h3, it's like, how does black generate any counterplay here? Man. I'll have to check the Brian Smith game because I didn't see how he lost against Shabalov. I just saw the result. It could have been anything. Better position, endgame. But it doesn't seem like black can really play like this. If he likes existing. If he likes his health and well-being. The crab line. Why did you call it the crab line, Nefedov? We got your favorite variation on the board. No, I wasted my improvement. This is the second time I've played the anti-Nefedov variation. Lobster claw. The crab is the queenside pawn, and the lobster is the kingside pawn. Still not over yet. Alright, so we just quickly look at the opening. I just want to see how this game went. Like G6. What the... There's like a million games here. What? Wow, so there's a million games. I thought there was like just 1 or 2. Wow. So the computer seriously wants me to play e6. I didn't understand how this works. Oh, okay. I just go queen h4 check. So that's why I'm stupid. I'm like, I don't know. I analyzed something like knight f3. That's the move. Yeah. Knight f3. Actually, this isn't that clear. Bishop g5, bishop e7, bishop e7, queen e7, cd5. This is actually kind of interesting. Okay, we'll save that for another time. I don't think that h3 is like a critical move there. It is Aliakins. Anti-Nefedov. You're an Aliakins defense pest. Yeah, so we're going to transpose, I guess, to lines where people play g6 right away. And then h3 here. h3. Critical. The 5 pawns attack. Yeah, the h3 is a bit much. Alright, guys, let's play some games. Big Money's back. Long time no see from Big Money. I have no idea. Oh, Marwa's back. I have no idea if Big Money's even a subscriber, but he was for a long time. Alright, Big Money. We're taking the subscribers first. Big Money, Save a Dog. Marwa is, well, Arsenal fan, then Marwa. I guess Marwad's not even a subscriber technically. But he's a friend of mine, and he was the first one here. Alright. You'll happily wait. You will wait. Alright, I wouldn't mind letting Marwad play, because he's a kid, and he's like after his bedtime, whatever. Arsenal's a big adult. He stays up late, goes to drinking club. Okay. Let's try something random that I don't play that much. So you guys don't prepare for me. The Monday night drinking club's a little thin, isn't it? Not usually a big turnout for Monday nights. What are we doing here? A6 or knight f6? In the event of a6, bishop e3 automatic? No, absolutely not. It's totally not automatic. Bishop d3, knight c3 are more common. A lot of people like to keep bishop d2 in reserve. Uber driver, what's up? A lot of people like to keep that in reserve, you know, so that they can meet bishop e4 with bishop d2 and avoid the doubled pawns. He went to the extreme of playing a3. Nefedov approved. This is totally like our Nefedov theme stream. 4 pawns attack against the Alyakin. Now early a3 with a classical type setup in the queen b6 Sicilian. And Nefedov's actually here. So I think that a lot of people will argue that allowing b5 is some sort of like Scheveningen inaccuracy. Hopefully that person's not here who last corrected me. T-Dark corrects me because he's Dutch. Corrects me on the pronunciation of Scheveningen. Scheveningen. Get one of these Scandinavians to lay off the criticism. The Gru voice. He doesn't really sound like Gru that bad. There's a famous game that Lasker won where black, in the Scheveningen, where black delayed castling and white got in like really fast f4, f5, Emmanuel Lasker. And I was thinking, oh, I had a funny mail mistake today. Came in the mail. I got a check in the mail, and it's not to William. It's to Will Aim. And I just never thought about it before, but Will Aim would make a kind of funny name, you know? Will Aim for the balls. You could just make like your last name for the balls, all one word. Will Aim for the head. Yeah, it's not Will Aim, it's William. Will Aim. We'll aim for the king side. But I hope they accept a check in the bank, even though it's for Will Aim, and it's not for me. Very professional to misspell my first name like that. It's not, you know, the most uncommon name in the world. So that's the problem when everything becomes like, you know what I mean? There's no human element. Like, I went to the bus station yesterday, and there's not a person anymore. It's just like a electronic thing there, you know. Some person lost their job. If a person had been like hand checking these letters, it wouldn't say Will Aim, probably. H5. Will Aim for... Gotta think of some other good ones. Knight takes e4, never considered that. I don't think so. There seems to be something in the way of the connection. Yeah, I mean, h5 is kind of a coffee house way of playing. I will do that sometimes in the hedgehog, but I know it's not really correct. This should be a decent position for black. Sometimes they can sack a piece on b5 and get like 3 pawns for the piece. Here he can't get the d6 pawn. Knight a5, suggested by Uber Driver. Uber development. But I mentioned the Lasker game, and I'm a little concerned about f5, you know, objectively being a real idea for white. I guess he could take on d4, and then e4 is hanging. And if he takes with the queen on d4, I play e5, and it becomes a kind of like Najdorf. Although I don't think it's really a great Najdorf for black. Like f5, you see? That's what I'm talking about. Basically, I have to play... Well, I could play... Yeah, I have to play knight d4, practically. Okay, I don't have to play e5, though. We could just keep the tension here. But I don't have any other great ideas. Okay, he took with the bishop. This is sort of trap. I did this to someone recently. Like knight e4, bishop e4, bishop g7. But after e5, I think I just win a pawn, don't I? He's hoping for take, check, take. With the pawn up for white, but e5 first. Now I can really just take on e4. Serious bird outside. He's got a really cool sound effect going on. Sounds very realistic here in the studio. In our studio. You wouldn't believe this was a studio. I just could have taken a second pawn, but I didn't want it. I don't know why. Probably would be good to gobble that second pawn. It's sort of a dangerous one. Bird is the word. Junior Nefedovs are in bed, so we can't say goodnight to them. We've got challenges from Savadog. Marwa is gone again. He probably really had to go to bed. It's late for a kid. Savadog, Arsenal. It's like, time for bed. You can't play another game. Now I can't play bishop takes f5? I think I can. Why not? Would have been better before. Nefedov, we don't know what you're talking about. Nefedov's stirring up trouble again. In Bob's stead. You learned from Bob. Bob's not here, so he decided to take it upon himself to be like Bob. Be the Bob. Alright, well, I mean, f5 is very tempting. Basically, big money is rusty. Got challenges from Savadog. Oh, Marwan's back, so I think it's just his internet's bouncing in and out. Okay, White gave up. Thank you, big money. Guys, cheer now to be #1. We don't have any donations yet. New week started. Summer stream started. I'm going to be doing this time whenever I get a chance. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. 5 days a week. Mandatory to drink coffee before trying to take me off. Never Odd or Even opens the bidding with 100. And this is great. Never Odd or Even, a subscriber who actually is quite quiet here in the stream, but leads the way this week with 100 bits. Yeah, Mawa's really strong. Now he's a specialist in like rapid chess, Arsenal. I think he's pushing like 2100 FIDE in rapid. Yeah, he's beat me a couple times recently. He's getting quite good. Blimey, he's like a pirate. Okay, save a dog. Morwa, Arsenal fan, Nefedov. Let's go. So guys, we're back. We had a little mini vacation. We're going to be streaming again Monday, Tuesday, no Wednesdays for the summer for 2 months. We'll get back to Wednesdays later, but for the next 2 months, for July and August, we're going to be cutting out. I'm going to be cutting out the Wednesday streams. Carve out a little more vacation time. So Mondays, Tuesdays are the same events. Blitz on Mondays. Tuesdays is a tournament. Thursdays is subscriber stream. Fridays is Blitz. And yeah, it's weird, Nefedov. I did that last summer as well, I think. And Simul's will remain on Sunday. But 5:30 Eastern Time for the majority of the streams. I might occasionally be able to do an earlier stream, but I think I'm just going to keep it at one general time. Okay, Save Dog. Save Dog beat me the last 2 games. That's weird. I didn't realize it was the last 2. Okay. I remember him beating me twice. I thought somehow I got revenge since then, but I guess not. So we had a record result in mini golf today. My first ever under, I think my first ever under par. I don't remember ever getting under par in mini golf. I mean, maybe I did, but I didn't remember. 1 under par. Very proud of myself. All right, what do we do here? Something dynamic. E6 is Benoni. Main move. Probably there. The holiday program is on. Hello, said Jim. Holiday program is over. I had a 4-day holiday program. I'm back. We're going to be streaming normally, except for Wednesdays. We're going to keep the time at 5:30 EET. Phone home. I don't have a special 4th of July plan. I might start the stream a little earlier on 4th of July in order to go see fireworks. So maybe we'll just modify the 4th of July stream. 4th of July, actually I need to change my calendar. 4th of July is Thursday. 4th of July will be a subscriber stream. Maybe I'll start it early in lieu of firework. Going to see the fireworks. There might be a little conflict if I start at 5:30. Fireworks usually start around 8. So I should probably start the stream a bit earlier on Thursday. We'll make a notification about that. E3. What is this? This is not exactly a normal Benko. Yeah, Arsenal, it seems like you've adapted to the Benoni really well. I mean, playing against you a couple times, I think it's more dynamic. It suits your style better than a passive kind of Queen's Gambit. I'm really anti-Queen's Gambit. It seems so dry and solid and boring. There actually are really sharp ways to play the Queen's Gambit decline, but there's also ways that we can kind of make it boring by exchange variations, things like that. So, how do we protect that pawn now? Queen a5 check. I mean, I guess like Queen b6 looks like a normal move. Lateral defense. Uber driver, you have a solid style yourself. Fairly solid. You know Merle Dixon. Kasparov used to play the Tarkova. That is true. But that was a very long time ago, like in his first World Championship match with Karpov, and he obviously changed later, stylistically. But I don't think it was ever... He also played the Tarash, for that matter. Again, it goes back to like, I don't like Hikaru Nakamura playing the Queen's Gambit declined type of thing. I don't mean to diss the Queen's Gambit decline, like all lines are passive, but many of them are a little more passive. Yeah, I think that Naka should play sharp openings because he's extremely strong tactically. So why not like increase the imbalance when you get the chance? Look at this move A4. Save a dog, where did you buy your rating? Save a dog has to be like 2 people or something. I mean, father is like 2100, the son is like 1600. All right. Yeah, this is the only move I was afraid of. Experiments. Experiments on me. Doesn't play rated games. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. You can't really tell. Yeah, I mean, maybe he hasn't played any rated games in 2 years, and those ratings he established 2 years ago. Never really thought about it. I mean, A4 was a stand-up move. This is an extremely strong move. Absolutely best. It's hard to put more pressure on D5 here. Now he's got a nice blockade. Knight's very well placed on C4. Passed pawn on the A file. There are some things he needs to sort out here, but the important features of the position seem to be holding up. What's up with Rook D3? It looks like a strange move. But it doesn't seem that bad. I mean, Rook D3, seriously? He played this move. Check this out. Oh, I thought he was going to play Knight FD2. I thought he played that so he could play Knight FD2 without blocking the protection of his D5 pawn. Okay, what happens after Queen B7? We go for the pawn. Not really a threat. Not really a threat. Okay, we can eliminate this blockader. Threaten C4. He doesn't have time for this. That's the one drawback of Rook D3 now. I thought he should have played Knight D2, not Bishop D2. Yeah, I mean, of course, Knight G4 is always a Benko idea. Benko, one of those openings I always wanted to play, but never did. But it's good to see all you guys back. Chess Lover, now a subscriber. Not to be confused with Chess Love. I am still in the States. I'm going to be here for a long time. Looks like until the fall. Not planning on going anywhere. Legally, my residence is Hungary. That's what the IRS has been told. It's true, but due to extenuating circumstances, I have to reside here for the summer in the United States. Extenuating family circumstances. So I will not be going back to Hungary until at least October. Alright, so the stream will remain USA-ish time frame. We're going to be doing 5:30 Eastern time, guys. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. You picked up some people from Boston Encore. They were telling me it's $50 table minimums on all the games. Dude, it's like $600 a night at the new casino in Boston. The first ever casino in Boston opened like a week ago. It's called the Encore. Rooms range from like $600 to like $5,000 a night. I had this awesome cab driver. Speaking of Uber, Uber driver, I had this awesome 82-year-old cab driver. This guy was so cool. He was 82 and he was like completely there mentally. Drove fine, and he's like, I like to gamble. He's already been in the new casino. You know, he's like 82. Interesting person. Cab drivers do tend to be interesting. But anyway, yeah, it's really crazy. It's a really crazy deal. It's changing, you know, changing traffic in Boston and stuff like that. But it's meant for high rollers. I mean, that was one of the things he was saying. Like, they've invested a massive amount of money. They didn't make this casino so that like a bunch of old ladies could go play penny slots. You know, I mean, clearly it's designed for high rollers. At least that's the way it's going to start out. Yeah, I mean, $50 table minimums doesn't surprise me. I was playing, like, was I playing in Foxwoods? Blackjack with like $10 table minimum or something. I mean, it's nothing. I mean, you really gotta have like $1,000 on the table if you're playing with like $50 table minimum. Missed call for Amy. Save Dog's falling apart here. Several pawns have fallen. Knight c3, a bit of a weird move. I agree. This did not work out well for white. I live close to Mark. Mark lives close to me. Mark's been following me around his whole life. He like copied my name. I used to be Mr. Serious on ICC, and he made his account like Why So Serious. He moved to Boston to go to college, which copied me. He became like international master, copying me. He just wants to be me. He did everything, you know, except for the fact that he like plays tennis or whatever. Alright, no, I'm just kidding. The world doesn't revolve around me. I'm just making up guys for entertainment value only. But there are a lot of suspicious coincidences, you know, involving Esserman. Just randomly choosing to go to Boston from another geographic location. Developing as a chess player in Boston. All right. It's over. Except it's not. All right, this was a bad game for Save a Dog. I thought he actually came out of the opening. All right, like, look when he played Bishop D2. I actually thought Rook C3 was a cool move. Not Rook C3, Rook D3 here. Let's see. I thought his plan was to play Knight FD2 next. Apparently it's not good. Too awkward. Alright, so if he plays Knight FD2, what happens? I have the Uber driver suggestion of Knight G4 now. Still, I think that would have been better than what happened in the game. Alright, we took him out. Next is Morwa. Guys, we're taking... Fuchsia, what's up? Mark's from Florida. No, he's from Florida. He was like born and raised there. He's like me. He only moved to Boston to study. I was originally from New Jersey, And when I was 17, I went to college, and I went to Boston University. Similar. I had a little bit more connection to the area, though. All right, knight f3, c5. The Morwa is tough. Goofeld bishop. What is a Goofeld bishop again? I wanted to kind of take Morwa out of his prep. Oh, he's playing the pin variation. There's not much he can really do. I'm not afraid of the pin variation. But he's got his own special system he plays here. This is the Morwa variation. It's a special rarely played move, king f8. Playable and not so well known. Well, I mean, he's especially good at blitz and bullet. He's playing tons of bullet. But I would rather see him play, like, longer games. Problem here with Terry is that he needs to focus more on the longer games. Look at his classical 1915. Okay, the rapid in particular, 2158. He's played tons and tons of bullet. You think it's a bad French? Okay. Well, there's no really good square for the queen now. I thought about queen g3, but I'm just encouraging further expansion. I mean, maybe I should just go back. More or less, my feeling about this is just a situation where I have a space advantage. So white should be better. Queen a5 is more common, right? No. I don't know about queen a5, actually. What the heck is queen a5? No, most common is knight takes c3. Is that right? Or castles? I think it's castles, Nefedov. Like, you sack the exchange here. He's supposed to sack the exchange, actually. Okay, I don't know about this move. We're experimenting a little bit. Yeah, that's what Uber Driver agrees with me, so I'm definitely right. Arsenal's suggestion of queen h3, maybe it's good. Don't play that staff. Some sort of Lord of the Rings reference. Okay, Sir Ian. Nefedov doesn't play that staff, get it? Very solid. Everybody in the party, put on your party hats. Man, maybe I missed the boat. This rookie one wasn't absolutely necessary. It's sort of in the Grapes pub. That's what he even knows. See, I had the opportunity to play f5 and I didn't take it. Thinking, man, I missed an opportunity there, big time. Grapes. The grapes of staff. Anyway. We're not going to make stupid puns. Queen d6, unexpected. And brilliant. No way he could take that. Ever. But this will, well, he could take it in castle queenside, but that's illegal. I mean, he could take, I think it's just bad. How is he have, he has more time than me yet. Okay. 2262 and going up. He's 2300 in bullet. It's also, it should be very late for him there. I want f5. Does it work? Not yet. And c4 allows knight d4. I can't be, that can't be happening. f5. Knight e4. This is kind of a crazy idea, but it's a blitz game. Several possibilities. Rook e3, rook g3. Try to induce further weakening in the black position. Well, no, the problem there, Nefinov, is I think it's pretty obvious. Get him coming with the h4. The problem there was, look at this, he's got everything defended. Now I could do c4. No. No, seriously, like knight d8. God. Found a defense to that. Something's got to give around here. The remarkable thing is, like, he's never ever takes more than 3 seconds on a move. How can you play the whole game and not make a blunder without ever taking more than 3 seconds on a move? Obviously exaggerating slightly, but that's the thing that's hard about this opponent. I mean, his time use makes it so hard to beat him because he literally never ever has to really spend a lot of time on one particular move. Now he's got a defense to this too. Alright, we got something. Alright, what do we got? Trap his rook. No knight f7. I'm not going to take backs now. Come on. You've got a 1 minute time edge. Oh, he's giving me a take back. Anyway, we're going to be consistent. He offered me a take back. No, I don't want to take back, dude. Nice to just lose. Alright, drop the piece. He's got 4.5 out of the last 6 against me. I mean, no, I don't do takebacks, even for me, you know, like it's not part of the game. Unless it's like a mouse slip or something. But it's like his time use is so brutal that... I mean, like, the computer says +7 with rook f3. This move doesn't even, like, contain a threat, actually. I mean, seriously, rook f3 contains no threat. Like, that's... I've got to find that move to be +8 here. There's literally a winning position, but hard to find with 26 seconds a winning move. I don't want to trade for that stupid knight on d8. Anyway, it was good enough, but there was no easy way to win. Lost again. Okay, Arsenal fan is up next. Looking for the easy way to win. It's like trying to find the mirage in the desert. I thought, oh yeah, bishop g5. Of course, I deserve to win. So there's an easy way to win. Just trap the exchange. I'm like, no take back. He's trying to give me a take back. There's a lot of possibilities, but the main thing is he never has to use any time for the whole game. It's pretty incredible. He can never make a blunder. Alright, knight f3 g6. I make blunders. I'm human. Especially when I have 36 seconds to 2 minutes. Start to panic a little bit. But just achieve the winning position there. So, this is a rather unusual opening called the Bocconi variation. Of course, if I take, it would transpose to an accelerated dragon unless he takes with the bishop, which probably shouldn't be critical. But he did it anyway. He did it anyway. I don't know if I should take there on d4 or not. It's a good question. I think I analyzed this with Gingy a long time ago, 20 years ago. And we looked at this line like e5, knight h5, and we said it was just good for black. But there may be other ways for white to play. But I think that white, you know, probably should just take back with the knight here, play a normal position. Last game I was winning, but again, he's making defensive moves like knight d8 and stuff with a 3-minute time advantage. I don't know. It's funny, the final position, the best move I have is rook f3. I was looking for something a little better than that. A little more decisive. It says +7, +8 for white. I still don't have a threat. Okay, so basically Arsenal here feels like he lost the tempo. It feels like he lost the tempo to me. Knight G4. My knight magically went from G8 to G4 very quickly. Guys, welcome to my stream. We had a donation from Never Out or Even. Please don't forget to subscribe. I think we're a little bit lacking subscribers lately. But I was not here for 4 days, so I have to take responsibility. Take responsibility for my actions. What are you going to do about that, Senor Arsenal? He changed his mind and made it +4. Finally, my last game. Is that what you mean, Jim? I still think that all of like Stockfish's evaluations are totally unrelated to anything what we can apply to human chess. I preferred like Fritz 8 or Fritz 9 or something like that, where the evaluations of the computer kind of makes sense in human terms. But I can't do anything with something that says like +8 and I'm not even a pawn up. You know. Okay, that's fine. Like Stockfish analyzed 20 moves ahead and saw that it was winning for me, but that doesn't help me, you know. For me, that's like just not enough. All right, the wild pawn grab. This should win a piece. This is decisive. Not your average pawn grab. Yeah, I mean, the average of Stockfish is going 22, 23 moves deep. After you let it run for a little bit. That position against more wild, like I intuitively know that I'm winning, but the process of actually winning it, my king's a little bit exposed because of H3. I mean, it's not so easy, and I can't win material by force. There's no forced mate. His rook is awkward on H6, yet, you know, I don't want to take his knight on D8 is interfering with his pieces, yet it's guarding F7, which is like the key entry point. Never give up. Never get out of the boat. How about this move? Does this help me in any way, or just does this just not develop anything? It's a tempo. Trade some pieces. I think that, you know, the only time you should ever off take back in Blitz is if it's a friendly game. I mean, all right, maybe. But like a casual game between two absolute beginners, I understand. The other time is like if it's a mouse slip. I'll even offer like take backs in rated games if it's like an obvious sort of situation. Arsenal's not giving up yet. Let's get him. King E2. King E2. How was my vacation? It was fun for the kids. It's a hell for the parents. I'm just kidding. That's the typical kind of thing. Alright, just kidding. It was fun. Now, I was thinking of centralizing my queen. It would really break Arsenal fans back to trade queens. The invisible defender. Trade queens went down, went up pieces. Who's not around? Guys, we're going to be streaming 5:30 using this time Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Sundays. Occasionally varying. I think on July 4th, Thursday, we'll have the subscriber stream. But I might have to start that day a little bit earlier due to holiday firework displays. Alexa, mute. I don't want to set her off. Mr. Coffee, how are you doing? How's your summer starting off? Guys, don't forget to support the stream. Also, check out my YouTube channel, Video Chess Training on YouTube. Yes. King E2. Alright, that's out. Queens are gone. Queens are gone. Less chance of cheapos. Queen's off the board. Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking about for so long here. We're up a piece. Let's move it along. But Arsenal's been doing better lately, I feel. He's logged some wins. What's happening in the chess world? I've been kind of out of tune the last couple days. Trade pieces. Yes. No. Knight b5. What's the threat? Do I threaten rook c4? Not too busy yet. Mag's taking the lead. What else is new with Magnus? Magnus seems to be in very good form of late. You can do that, can you? All right. Neat and tidy. Get all the pieces in the game. All right, he resigned. Who's going to be the candidate? This is not a candidates tournament. What he's talking about now. Nefedov's up. I lost enough games today. All right. Where's Mubot? I don't know. Mubot's language control here. I don't know. Is Mubot in the house? Nah, he's not here. I cannot play. I have a new idea. All right, let's try something different. Actually, Nefedov's pretty well prepared. Can you guys check if Mubot's here? Just keep playing the same boring opening over and over, and you too can get to 2200 Arsenal. Just play the London system every single game. Am I supposed to play d3 now? Or like queen e2? Isn't this it? Take queen e2 and then d3. Salt is flying. Is this right? This is my first time trying this. All right. Good to see Arsenal's back in his normal humor. I was worried for a while there. Thought there might be something wrong. Now, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Take on f5, was that it? Someone suggested this to me. But then the follow-up for me is a little vague. I think I'm supposed to take on f5 at some point, but it wouldn't make sense to take right away. Give black the d5 square. I understood that was an idea. or a part of the thing. It seems more like logical to go like knight d2. I guess you can interpret this as you want. It takes a little bit of the tactical element out of the game that the Nefedov maybe likes about this type of system. It's a little dry for my taste, though, the system that I'm saying here. Seems a little bit dry to me. I don't know, is Mubat down or something? Let's see. Loading. Status all okay. I think we have to change settings for Mubat's filtering the words and stuff. Mubat has no standards anymore. He just lets everybody say everything. But it's good to see you're back to your old self. We wouldn't appreciate you, Arsenal, if you weren't a little bit salty. It just wouldn't be the same. Bishop g4. So what's he going to do? He's going to play bishop h5 and just be like that. Just be like that. Interesting. Totally positional approach for white. I can't imagine driving him to the short diagonal can be bad. Maybe I walked in some sort of tactical thing here with like take knight d5. But I sort of doubt that's a big deal. Mr. Mubat is online. Well, he did take. What's this? The Master of Simplicity. Bishop e4 check or something? I missed. Better not be any tricks here. Bishop b4 check. c3, knight d5. I mean, Nefedov's not one to like play crazy speculative tactics. I would expect like Mubat at least filter out the F word. The key to being a strong player is spamming the same opening and its ideas. I mean, I never took it that far, Arsenal. But I think you spread yourself too thin. When you play constantly different stuff every game, I know that I've done that to a certain extent in my career. So I think there's a happy medium. That's the optimal sort of solution. I think you do have to play the same system repeatedly to an extent to master it, but I wouldn't continue to do that forever. That's why I make these jokes about the London system and other things that people play repeatedly over and over again. I mean, I think there's two ways you can go wrong. Like on the one hand, you can play the same thing every single game and kill your creativity. Or you can do the other thing where you change your opening like every single game and you never really master one type of position. So I think the truth is you have to find something in the middle. You know? You know? He took with the queen, which I think is a mistake. He has some pressure against f2 if he takes with the rook. with rook takes f6 and bishop c5, although maybe it didn't work for some reason. It feels like trading the queens leaves black like slightly worse without any real counterplay. So I think that's not the optimal for black here, leaving me with the better ending. So you could take with the pawn. I don't know if that's his plan. It's interesting, but then I have knight e3, knight f5. King in the center, good knight. Can guard f2 or push f3. White is better. I'm not saying this is a winning position for white, it's just easier to play. Welcome guys to my stream. Please subscribe. And please donate to support the stream. We're going to be here Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday is not a stream night during the summer months. Well, that pawn is hanging now, so that's a liability. And that gives us time to grab the d-file. We've got the d-file, we've got the better king, we've got the better structure. You might argue I have the better minor piece. I'm not really sure about that, because this bishop's very active. This pawn is a huge problem for black. Probably he should go back to d6. I don't know. You know, objectively. Yep. Please don't play the London. It's a boring opening. Okay, wow. Nefedov with a positional howler. I think leaving me the f5 square is strategically risky, to put it politically in a politically correct way. That's effing crazy.
Yes.
I mean, so like theoretically, if he could play like h5 and g4, he'd have a minority attack on the king side, but no. This is a surprising move from Nefedov. Like, he normally doesn't give big outpost squares. Jim donated 200. Cheer reward share with 3 others in the chat. Thanks, Jim. Guys, we're going to be here almost every day. Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. 5:30 p.m. Unless otherwise noted. I think this Thursday, you know, due to 4th of July, we'll start a little early. I mean, I could take the day off, but I'm not a huge 4th of July person, so. All right. H4, another idea now. Very interesting. Could open that file as well. Add that to our list of advantages. An open file? Or he takes on h4. Maybe his best option here. Thank you, Jim, for the donation, as always. Jim is the leader, never odd or even a second. We've got no astrobate today. Bob is missing. Unclear as to why. I can't remember now if Astrobate wasn't here on Mondays, but he has some car thing he does. Like a class. But he also has trouble remembering when I change the stream time. Since I've been gone for a few days. Oh, no, I remember now. Astrobate had some trip. He has like a camping trip or something like that. All right, rook takes h6. That's probably what it is. The movie, what about Bob? I don't remember that movie. That's weird. All right, guys, we're through the subscribers now. We're into new people. I played Heroku before, but non-subscriber challengers. Obviously, if you are a subscriber, you get first chance to play. Feel free to subscribe to tier 2, tier 3. I try to try to give those players added advantages if I can. 10 minutes of Bob's silence. Just kidding. I don't know where Bob is. He probably forgot. Someone on sound is here. Good to see you on sound. So Heroku and the Queen's Gambit decline, which is such a solid opening. I'm trying to play a little bit of everything with white. E4, D4, knight f3. Good to see you on sound. How's your summer beginning? And you've got a new job, so I don't know how much vacation time they're going to give you. But I forget that I exist. They have a short memory. I don't know, Fuxia. We got some trolls here. They seem to have long memories. Anita's here as well. Okay. Cool. So C5. Came to stunt, said loves the Queen's Gambit decline. That's your opening. Look, it's very solid. Very, very solid opening. What can I say? Came to stunt. You're not Heroku, are you? So I can win a pawn here. It's interesting. It feels like black's getting some sort of compensation if I play bishop f6, queen f6, ed5. I'm sorry. ed5, bishop f6, queen f6, queen d5, bishop somewhere. It does feel like bishop e4, I guess. Feels like black has compensation to some degree for that sacrificed pawn. Hey, Bob, what's up? Why don't you ever play a different game? Like, other than chess you're talking about? Your favorite opening is the Queen's Gambit refuted. Fuxia, tell me about that, because I don't know. Do you have any secrets you want to share? I'm all ears here. As far as I know, the Queen's Gambit is not refuted. Oh man, it's tempting to sack a piece, knight g5, but that's purely speculation. Black is weak in the king side. No, Uber driver, we're gonna chill with that. You know, I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe I should have gone for it. Strangely, doesn't seem to be that much here for white. In the hands of Zoltan Ribley or Ulf Anderson, this position is probably a nightmare for black. Karpov, Ulf Anderson, and Zoltan Ribley. Consultation game with the white pieces. Yeah, I'll do some Hearthstone, okay? What do you guys think? I think it's rigged. Hearthstone is rigged. Alright, no, he's the director of Zoltan Ridley, brother of, you know, Ridley Scott. Knight takes d5, e takes d5, a3. Fuxia, I went to leedrafts.org. I went there, but there was like no players actually. There was like nobody there. Is that relatively new, or has that been around for a long time? I don't really play, but I showed it to my kids. I thought it would be cool for them to learn checkers, but there was just no players on leadrafts.org. It's rather new, okay. Ridley Zoltan. Drafts is not just for children. I remember I used to play chess for money in the cafe in Harvard Square, and there was this old guy, you know, who basically was a lifetime checker master, and he would occasionally come out and hang out with the chess players just playing checkers. what you call drafts, and it was so weird. Just a different world. I mean, I know there are carryovers. More older generation people that play checkers. I call it checkers. That's just the way I was brought up. So look how Heroku got a playable game from this awful G5 line. Reinfeld actually wrote books on drafts. That's interesting. Though a lot of like Soviet players probably did as well. I'm sure that drafts is more popular like in Russia. Probably more popular than in the United States. I mean, yes, it's played, like, but not on a high level, you know, per se. So, we're going to grab this open file. I guess I should have taken the pawn on a7. I'm such an idiot. Putting a file. It's actually C file. Putting the C file ahead of importance. So yeah, no, I saw that video. There's this viral video. Actually, Nefedov shared it with me. Of Yabava and Ivanchuk sitting at some tournament where Ivanchuk won a top prize ahead of Magnus Carlsen, and Ivanchuk like didn't care about the prize ceremony. He just wanted to play like drafts with Yabava. Like a child, you know? He was really like supposed to like be like taking his prize or whatever, and instead he's like running away to play checkers like a little baby. It's kind of funny. All right, World Rapid Championship or something like that last year. Nefedov probably remembers if he's still here. Damn, man, we don't have much here. Pile on the pressure. No, I actually could have played Rook C5 there. Phone making creepy noise. It just restarted itself. Wow. My phone just like restarted itself for no particular reason. That's odd. Did they ever do that? Like, never noticed that happen before. So bishop takes. Literally restarted itself. I mean, computers do that sometimes with like Windows operating system. Does Android do that? Does auto restart itself? I never noticed it happen. I haven't had the phone that long. Probably 8 months. You think the battery is going bad? Relatively new. I hope not. After updates? Must be updates. But I didn't do any updates. Just randomly just restarted itself. Alright, whatever. Amy. Let's get some donations for Amy. Keep getting disability places calling me. I'm like, this for the person who used to own my phone. I have disabilities too. Plenty of them. Drop pieces when I lose on time. All right. What's the plan here? Auto update. I have 2 baby legs. Do I look different today? Pewter is actually a little lower. The pewter. I thought I might appear different. There was something under my computer now. It's at a different height slightly than in previous streams. Check. Draw. Claiming a draw. Claiming a draw. No. I had this annoying friend who used to do that. You were playing a Blitz game and he would like try to claim a draw verbally if you repeated the position like twice. Alright. Another pawn. Another pawn for the kitty. That was delicious. Okay, you do have queen e5 then. Let's see, is that a real idea? Queen h6, queen e5. But it doesn't really do anything special. He will actually win back a pawn there. So I have bishop b3. Arsenal was talking about this earlier. The Blitz game with a friend. Queen versus rook and bishop. I missed the obvious tactics. Dropped piece earlier against Morwa. Okay, Victor. Someone on sound will take first because he's a subscriber. Subscribers are cool. Be a subscriber. Bob, do you have one of those southern accents like people in the Carolinas have, that kind of light southern accent, I would call it? Like not real strong, but you know, it's noticeable. You're from California originally, okay. Well, they'll change you down there though. I thought you lived in the Carolinas. All right. We're blowing Bob's rap now. Pretending to be a valley girl. Your daughter is Merle? You know, women can be named Merle too, right? Maybe Merle is actually Uber driver's daughter. I never thought about that, you know. Merle is one of those names that can be a man or female name. Male or female. Now, someone on sound, we're going to do this? Merle. Isn't there some TV character named Merle? Aunt Merle? Well, Myrtle is different. Myrtle Beach. Bob's giving away his location now. Bishop c4. What is this? e5, knight g4. Is that where we are again? That doesn't seem right. Wait. No, this is right. Okay. See, wenches. Behave yourself now. Don't start that. Merle's given the use by both men and women. See? Muriel. Another very, very common, up-to-date name. So what about bishop g4 now? Then you really have e5. What's up with that? Bishop g4. It's like I stole a tempo or something. Bishop c4 shouldn't work. Bishop c4 e5. de5. Bishop g4 e5 de5. Why doesn't this work? I couldn't normally get this position. Okay, queen b3 is the problem. I knew there was a problem. All right. I'm being greedy. Oh, Myrtle the Turtle, of course. That's an awesome one. Myrtle the Turtle. And I heard that actually... who's the actor, the famous actor from Third Rock from the Sun? You know, he's been in a lot of movies. Yeah, John Lithgow. He does a Dr. Seuss voiceover for Myrtle the Turtle. I heard somewhere. It's pretty cool. Yeah, that's a good story. We're a little off topic here. That's all right, though. Oh, he played a serial killer. Someone on sound going down the main line. for this variation. One of the main lines for this variation. I've had a number of games. Myrtle Cruise. It's funny. Merle's not here today. Merle is Uber Driver's twin account. Yes, he's been studying. So bishop e7, queen g3, castles. We've been here already. Maybe not with someone on sound, but with other players. Other brother Merle. My name is uh-oh. My name is uh-oh. No, bishop h6, knight e8. Giving the pawn back. Oh, dude, what? You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to take the pawn. Dude, I gave you the pawn back. That's all theory. Damn. Fuchsia, have a nice bedtime. How do you wish someone? Have a good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Okay, rook on a to c1. So I don't understand why he didn't take the pawn. He's like playing for more. Like, you don't want this back? Okay. Thank you. A little like a Najdorf, though. This is a very typical Najdorf holding the d6 pawn kind of move. That's fine with me. You don't want the stinking pawn? I don't want your stinking pawn. Look at the time. 4 minutes against 138. This is what happened to me against Morwa, but someone on sound is decent, but he's not, you know, a master strength blitz player. With Morwa, I was in a panic because he's so fast. Good night is sufficient. Don't let the bed bugs bite. G night. All right. Guys, we got an hour left for the stream tonight. Still plenty of time for challenges. Bishop back to e3. A little hard to get organized, isn't it? Knight f6, f4 is coming. So the f4, f5 business. Knight c7 is certainly kind of weird. I'm going to run out of time, man. What am I going to do? B5. That's sort of dangerous. Knight b5, a b5, rook c6, rook a2. Playable. Ludwig AC. Uh-oh. I like it when people berserk against me, Uber Driver. I just take my time, you know? But someone on sound is like berserking. Someone on sound, you've been playing a lot of like 3-minute or bullet or something? He's doing the Morwa time use where he never used more than 5 seconds on a move. Same thing. It's like they don't have 5 minutes. They just have the 3-second increment. They try to keep the pressure on you constantly. Man, this is tough. Looks like he has total compensation. All this to just play b5. b5, b4. We can do the Morwa and defend our knight d8, e6 pawn. That's what Morwa had to do to defend f7 in previous game. Got the e5 square, very important. Square. Just go for the 80 move game. Exactly, Uber Driver. That's what I try to do. Drive them crazy with solidness. That's the best strategy against a berserker. If you face like King Crusher or someone who's constantly berserking, just it's like with trolls. Killing them with kindness or whatever you'd say. Put your knights on good squares, I guess. Threatening b4. What happened? You're defending your pawn. Okay. Very good. One good bishop, one bad bishop. 3 good knights. No time to think. I like the dark square bishop versus white square bishop situation going on here. That's a good thing. The time situation is crazy though. White square bishop is bad. This is not so bad. I have literally no idea what I'm doing. I know my bishop's better than his bishop. I should tragically blunder soon. Why am I so slow? I'm like way behind everybody on time all the time. Stupid move. It's completely crushed. Wow. Impressive game. I was winning, but I couldn't keep up with him on time. Too strong, man. The time advantage, just again, too much for me. Bit lucky. It's basically the same way I lost against Morwa. I mean, the constant time pressure. I'm winning here. You play Queen C7. A move that apparently doesn't work at all. But it freaked me out enough that, yeah. So I can just take. I didn't see this. Just win a piece. Take, and check. But anyway, I'm surprised, wow, how good you are, you know, time-wise there. You know, I understand with Morwa, but someone on sound, he's like 1800 in Blitz. Totally outclassed me on the clock. Damn. Yeah, your pace is extremely fast. Okay, so we're not going to be taking 3-0 challenges, obviously, with how slow I am. Aware Tenacious is 7+3. All right. That's more like it. I'm just getting outclassed by these sleazy time players. I have a winning position every time, but what can I do with them? All right. Sleazy time players. 2. Myself 0. Yeah, I haven't played any chess in 4 days. I don't know if you can tell, but this is I had a chess vacation of 4 days, so I didn't think I was super slow though. But Someone on Sound actually, we played an unusual order of moves. Yeah, I mean, I use a lot of my time, obviously, talking. That's why I don't play rated games, because I wouldn't play in these conditions if it was rated. I mean, it's not really equal. All right, so bishop e2. We had a game with d takes c the other day. This is our second Tartakover today. First one. Again, black doesn't play h6. I see a lot of that. I mean, I don't know how you know to play the Tartakover, but you don't know to play h6. It's really strange. Like you invented the Tartakover over the board. Or something like that. Okay. But I mean, this is a useful move for black. To play without h6 is considered to be a mistake. This is weird, though. Aware tenacious. I mean, I'm not sure. Is that true? Did they play the Tartakover without h6 before they played it with h6? I mean, it's possible. I don't know. But then it wasn't the Tartakover. All right, so now the question becomes knight e5. Trying to win material. Bishop e5, bishop f3, bishop h2 check. Or can you play like a different move there? We try to win the exchange. Win the exchange, James. Crushed by 2 sleazy time players today. Ugh. I should do... Man, the 3-second increment isn't helping me. Normally I can play like with the 3-second increment, but 4 days off and I'm like a sloth. But I just blundered. You know, it wasn't just like I lost on time. I'm hanging a piece in the first game. And the second game, man, pulverized me. Though we both know the variation, I don't like to just regurgitate moves like Arsenal fan was talking about earlier. I like to think about positions where I agree with Arsenal. You know, I don't like to like blindly just spit out a lot of moves without thinking about my moves. I enjoy thinking about my moves, and I think it's good for your game too. So I don't just blitz off even if I know the move. Like Walter Brown, I like to take my time and try to find new ideas. If you just reel off the first 14 moves, I mean, your chances of discovering a new idea are 0, you know? So I would prefer to try to maybe think a little bit. I think a little bit too much for the time control, though. So he's just dropping an exchange here. Where tenacious. I'm not sure if he had a way to save it, actually. Where do you feel strongest in chess? I'm kind of a universal player. I don't think I have a very, very clear defined strong or weak place. Everybody has a different opinion about my game, and it all depends on where you're coming from, you know. I think the truth about my game is that it's pretty universal. My IM title's from 1999. And I think, I know, maybe I didn't reach my peak. I'm pretty middle-aged now, but my highest rating was in 2002, probably. 2002. I just try to win any way I can, but I'm not a specialist in any part of the game. If you're bad at endgames, you think I'm an endgame genius. If you're weak tactically, then you think I'm a strategic expert. And if you're very good, you know, at strategy, then you think I'm a cheap tactician. It all basically depends on your perspective. All right. Yeah, and like openings, I don't know. I don't really think I'm a particularly opening centric player. I know some theory, but for a professional of my level, I might even know like less than the average. Jim, you admittedly are more like a positional player. Again, like I don't know, like how do you compare to who? You know, other title players. You know, if you judge Jim by like I don't know, by YouTube chess streamers, maybe. But then again, if you judge me by standard tournament players of my own rating, not sure it would be the same. You know, it's sort of like what standard do you want to judge me by? Blitz players, bullet players, online chess streamers, or like the average tournament player with my rating, you know? I don't think that I think I'm very good tactically when I'm not slow, but I would like to think I'm more of a strategically minded player. I try to focus on that. I try to teach that. I really focus on I don't teach people to play. I don't teach tactics. I don't give people who are my students like tactic problems or recommend they spend hours going over tactics. So yeah, I don't focus on that in terms of my from being as far as being a chess coach or something. So you're 27, you got the title. I'm 39, and I'm always going to be 39 from now on. We don't discuss birth dates. Not real ones, anyway, on the stream. Surely those Federation, the International Chess Federation is surely they're mistaken about my actual birth date. Okay, I just missed rook a6 check, winning a key pawn there. Probably would be a good idea. E5 saves that pawn. That's a timely move. But, I mean, black is lost here. That is frustrating, though. Destroying the continuity of my pawn structure. All right. So we've got 40 minutes left to lose some games here. I see the tenacious part now. He doesn't give up. I'm usually very good at saving lost positions. Haven't had such good success with that yet today. Now it's almost mate. He's scared. But it's only almost mate, don't worry. Now it's really mate. Okay. Quasi. He's 2,000 in Blitz, but 1656 in Rapid, 1,200 in Bullet. How is that possible? You're just really bad at Bullet, or you play Bullet on your phone. All right. Do not trust the Blitz rating of this guy. I mean the Bullet rating. What is chess.fm? It's a defunct thing. For a chess site that I used to work for years ago. Used to do like live commentary for a different chess site. You played a 1700 who was 1800. I mean, I guess if you're like really cell phone like handicapped, I mean, like if I tried to play like Bullet games on the mobile phone, because I'm not that good at texting and stuff, I can imagine I could be like 600 points lower in Bullet than in Blitz probably. Chess audiobooks. It's a good idea. Not enough market for it probably. This is a very strange move, knight to c6. I had the strange feeling that someone played that against me not that long ago. Sandbaggers. People who lower their ratings intentionally. I understand that in the context of like money tournaments and stuff, but as far as doing that in real tournaments, online tournaments, I don't quite. A lot of people berserk. If you're doing like berserking, playing in the arena tournaments here, your rating's going to go down. If you watch the arena bullet tournaments, like for example, the winners of those tournaments probably lose a lot of rating points, like in the process of winning a tournament. I don't play bullet. I'm pretty speedy today, though. Knight a5, extreme side of the board move. They do it to make high-rated players lose a lot of points. Oh, I never thought of that. I thought it was a way for... I thought that the sandbagging was a way for people who are like the stronger players to enter a tournament and not have to face the other highest rated players. Like if I'm 2400, right, and I decide, oh, I want to play in this tournament on lichess, but I don't want to play the other strong players right out of the gate, I could lose like 400 points and get easier pairings. I mean, throughout the tournament, aren't I going to get like kind of easier pairings that way if I'm lower rated? I mean, that's kind of a classical sandbagger thing. Like you could get easier pairings if you have a lower rating. All right, so knight takes d5. That's a strong move. Right, you probably face them anyway. I mean, that's the argument, the counter argument that makes a lot of sense. So look at this, knight on a5. Original. He's quasi. 1200 in bullet, 1656 in rapid, 2000 in blitz, and 1894. But it's like there's no consistency, you know what I mean? Like I could understand like if it was like it would incrementally increase, but it's like you go from bullet to blitz, it goes up to 2000. Then for rapid it goes back down to 1657, and then for classical it goes back to 1894. It's almost like 4 completely different ratings for this guy. They're not provisional, they're like established ratings. Old account. Alright, anyways, I'm a little concerned my advantage is not that big here. He's going to trade a lot of pieces. White's better. Well, someone earlier in the stream said, like, I was talking about someone's ratings being too low. And it's true, like, you might just not play rated games. And say, like, you played for 2 years and you had the 1600 level, but you got better. You stopped playing rated games. So there's reasons. I also think that some people, like, share accounts with their friends and brothers and, you know, okay, little brother, you can play, like, the bullet account, but I play the blitz games, you know. Man, whatever. So guys, welcome to my stream. Thanks to Jim, Never Odd or Even for donating. You guys can also donate on PayPal. You can directly donate to my stream or to my YouTube channel, Video Chess Training on YouTube. I appreciate the support to keep this thing going because I don't get paid a lot of money to do the stream. Obviously, I'm not making a lot of money, but I do it out of love. Stay in the mix, and I do teach chess. Right now, I'm pretty busy, so I'm not like really looking for new students. I occasionally get people asking me about lessons, but right at this moment I have a lot of stuff going on, so I've actually had to turn some people away who are interested in taking lessons and stuff. That won't necessarily always be the case, so keep me in mind if you're interested in the future of doing chess training. Knight e5, getting some control of the white squares. Knight takes c3, b takes c, bishop g2, king g2, queen d5 check, for example. So we're seeing some kind of sophisticated moves here by black. Taking with the knight was a strong move, ensuring that he doesn't have a bad bishop. Now a6, a strong move. I thought it was a strong move, but actually on second thought, I mean, queen a4 check looks sort of interesting. It would force him to play c6. Maybe this is a problem for black. Maybe not. Maybe not. That's crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Crazy. Look at it. Check him out. If I get out of unemployment problem and I'm able to run a normal life, be my first choice as chess coach. Thanks, James. If I get out of crazy life and get back to working just one job, because right now I have like the responsibilities of basically like 2 jobs or 3, I will start taking on more chess students and actually start really concentrating more on improving my chess channel and stuff. But check this out. He missed b5, an extremely strong move. Now I don't know if I could sack my queen or something like that. I didn't analyze this far enough perhaps, but b5, queen a5, bishop b4. And now I was looking at sacking my queen with bishop d5, bishop a5, bishop b7. So what's the material balance there? I end up with... Is that 3 pieces for the queen, right? b5, queen a5, bishop b4, bishop d5, bishop a5, bishop b7. It's 3 pieces for the queen, plus I'm threatening the rook at a8. So, I mean, that might have been the right decision by him to not go into that. But I was kind of freaked out. Okay, so now I have no real threat. But we can force him to play c6, which blocks his bishop. At the end of the day, though, I need a way to break through. My queen is misplaced here. There's nothing fancy. Maybe e4. I mean, b5 is still a move. But I mean, just e4. e4, b5, queen d1. Blocking my own bishop on g2. Alright, what the heck. We got to do something. So he has 2 moves. Either knight c3 or... Well, I would assume he'd want to trade knights here. I mean, if you go knight f6... You know, you're going to end up with no space. And you want to trade pieces when you have less space. So I'm kind of anticipating knight c3 or b5. Yeah, that would have been fun to see the other variation. There might even be something there I didn't see. There's b5. Now there's no option. And I mean, queen c2 allows knight b4, and my d4 pawn is hanging. So I guess I have to play queen d1, which was my plan. This queen isn't so bad. It has, you know, operation along that diagonal. Here we go with the time. I have a YouTube channel, but I don't. What's that? I'm not really updating it that much lately. Too much going on. So I do upload the replays, whatever you want to call them, reruns. All the streams that we do here, I do upload to my YouTube channel. Independent content, I haven't been able to really add anything in the last year. Alright, bishop d6, developing the pieces. And so I'm looking at kingside threats. But there's really not that much here materializing. Queen g4, I guess. Queen h5, castles. He's out of the woods. Thank you, Bob. It's very kind words. Kindest words I've ever seen. It's kind of extreme. An extreme compliment. But I haven't put in the work on the YouTube channel. I don't deserve to be an overnight YouTube sensation. Put in your hours of work. This looks good. Advanced pawn, d6 square, g7's hanging. I've got the d file, possible bishop a3. The knight on a5, it could get back in the game, but is it fast enough? Try to be politically correct here. Definitely no bad blood toward other streamers. Alright, d takes e5. There's the d file again. His knight needs to get back in the game. What is black going to do? Castles and bishop h6. I'm winning the exchange. He's got to just lose material there. That looks very bad. So I think he's in trouble. Rook g8. Alright. Well, I mean, it's reasonable, but I definitely don't want to let him castle queenside. This h7 pawn could be a thing. There's the d file. I need to get my bishop in the game. So like bishop a3, knight c4. And how about like rook d1? Timing is everything. So we say like bishop a3, knight c4, rook d1, queen somewhere, and I'm playing bishop d6, queen a5, bishop b4, right? Actually, which rook? Maybe the f rook to keep the a pawn protected in the event of queen a5, bishop b4. Kind of buy a tempo there. I'd like to buy a vowel. Or there may be other wins, like just maybe I should have just played like bishop c5 here, to be honest. If knight e5, I'm not sure. Queen h5, maybe. Oh, Simon Williams gets ridiculously angry. Nice to see that. I'm not the only one. I'm known for my anger management. Alright, so we got the pawn from hell now. Pawn from hell. Queen h4 is interesting. Then f6, queen h7 gets away. Maybe I ought to just play e5, let him castle. We're gonna blast it open with a4. I mean, this is gonna be a really good semi-Slav. Very good semi-Slav. Black king unsafe. And it's just over. Should be over. He's paralyzed. We can take it, open it up at will. Salutes Mr. Coffee. Good to have Mr. Coffee with us. And then it's mate. Mate in 8. I'm actually threatening rook a8 check. Although the nasty mate is like queen h7. That's the best. Queen h7. Sorry, a7 check. King c8. Followed by queen a8, bishop a8, and rook a8 mate. We did manage to lose 2 games today, guys. To guys. They were guys, ironically. I'm pretty sure about it. Dense or tense? You just realized your name is a coffee maker, Mr. Coffee. You just realized that? He works at, he's a manager at Dunkin' Donuts. Well, he used to be, but he had to leave. Something about competition clause. All right, sir, lose a lot. Wait, Mr. Coffee, the company, the coffee makers is spelled M-I-S-T-E-R, or it's Mr. period? Now I'm confused. You confused me, Bob. I want to thank all you guys for subscribing. Astrobate's not here. He's a tier 3 subscriber. Anita with tier 3. Zenchess tier 2. Thanks to you guys who especially subscribe to tier 2, tier 3. Even though you don't have to, I appreciate it. Actually, I appreciate all of you guys for your kind support, regardless of what tier your subscription is. You went to Starbucks now. Uh-oh. There goes the new job. Right, Knight C3, I picked that up myself, Bob. I mean, Uber driver. That's one of the best players I ever really studied, I think, that influenced me was Curious. I had a number of books of Curious's games. Paul Curious, the Estonian master, considered to be one of the greatest players who never became world champion. He played this line with white with knight c3. I like that a lot, but there's an interesting variation there. Knight c3, d takes e4, d5, and now in history usually it was always knight e5, but people have discovered that knight b8 is actually fairly playable. I mean, I don't know if it's a totally new idea. This is not so common, like taking on d5. I think this allows black to equalize. So it's considered to be like slightly inaccurate. Fishrock Howe is tier 4. He's so high that he doesn't even do that subscriber thing. Mr. Coffee, the company. Guys, we're going to be streaming Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays and Sundays over the 2 summer months, July and August. So expect to see all of you regular guys a lot, some new people. We've got time for at least these 2 last games. You like Curious and Pillsbury. It's funny to hear those 2 together because they're from completely different generations. Okay, so c4. Wow. What do I do? c4. Why is this unfamiliar? Okay, I don't play this opening very often, and I don't encounter c4. Bishop f3, cd5, bishop d1, dc6. That's probably good for white. So bishop f3 is not looking good. Though there is a check on e4, then bishop e3, and then my queen is badly placed. Queen f5 might be one of these moves they play in this opening. They being the Nimzovich players. Stockfish likes queen f5 a lot. In general, it likes putting its queens on f5, f4, c4, and c5. There's a local guy that plays chess whose last name is Coffee. You hope to play him sometime. From the Green Mile. Alright, bishop e2. Castle in. I mean, I guess this is a line, right? Now that I think about it, I was thinking, okay, c4 is like a mistake, but the more I think about it, the more I'm thinking like this is actually a correct way for white to play, and I just don't know it well enough. I feel like we're in some sort of secret theory, but it's more like a Scandinavian than it is a Nimzovich. It's like some weird Scandinavian line. You know what it reminds me of? Kind of some kind of queen d6 Scandinavian? I don't know. Okay, so e5 now, d5, bishop b4 check, king f1. Then what do I do? You know, I'm not that sure about e5 actually. You got to check, and then what? It's possible black should just play bishop c5. Man, I don't have enough time here. And I never play this. What am I supposed to do? e5, d5, e4, knight d4, then bishop e2, and this is getting too weird. I really don't know. Alright, let's just develop peace. I really don't know what I'm supposed to do. I think this is probably book. And nobody knows. Except for some random people who aren't watching the stream. Probably a book position for this variation. Though I don't know if I'm supposed to play e5 or e6. Because e6 looks safer, but a lot less fun. The common folk. It's all relative. You're hoping that George would become a more popular name now. George Washington. So, bishop c5 is a good move. Not legal at the moment. Yep. Feels like this is probably some random game. I do not know what I'm supposed to do here. Man. Rook g8. With the idea of g5. I really don't know. I'm down to 1 minute to 2. And he's just moving quick. Alrighty then. Still, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I have no plan. I mean, it's obviously tempting to sacrifice a piece now. Probably unsound. Somewhat unsound. slightly different terms. If I give up a knight for it, it's still unsound. I could take with the bishop and take with the knight. Why does that appeal more? Then he has like knight h4, really annoying stuff. g4, bishop g4, h4, queen g4 check, king h1. Still nothing convincing. Although, you know, in that line, I'm actually playing like queen h3 check. Where he goes king h2, bishop d6, that's strong. I mean, this should be dangerous for white to play g4. Theoretically. Black wants to trade pieces, but it's hard to do. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't mind if the queens were off the board. I feel a little safer right now. I'm kind of worried about stuff like queen a4, queen b3, stuff that involves attacking things like a7 and b7. And just a general like pawn advance with b4, b5 looks dangerous for me. Guys, we have time for one last game before I finish up the stream. I lost 2. Someone unsounded more Watt today. So how was I going to do this? Take with the bishop? When I have at least 3 pawns for the piece. Right? So now it's unclear. Trade. Forced exchange. I don't really have an option. Knight e5 is a very strong threat. I don't mind not trading that bishop on e3, which I guess it's not a bad piece though. I just can't let him come in here. That would really ruin me. So a very imbalanced endgame. But the closer we get to the endgame, I mean, I think the more valuable these pawns are going to become. It's a very risky move by me, in a sense. We got to do something. Get the pawns moving in the right direction. His bishop is almost trapped. Almost doesn't count, right? Looks like Sir Lose-A-Lot is pretty fast. And he's sort of panicking. He had knight there. He had a better move earlier, but still not clear. Still one more game to go after this. These pawns are starting to get kind of ominous, I think. Ominous. I'm gonna get me some ominos. Like Elizabeth Warren. Alright. I'm gonna get me some more queens. Pandemonium. Too many pawns. But that wasn't really very clean. Alright, tough game. I wonder how much of that was actually... Again, I mean, I think like c4, I thought it was a bad move at first, but actually, if we look at the opening book, yeah, there's some games. Actually, only 4. Wow. Nigel Short against Klaus Wackenfuss from 1987. Why is Queen A5 check the clearly best move? Wow. Weird. So this is like a kind of for some reason unknown variation that deserves to be played more often. Okay, last game for today, guys. Shuoma. Okay, thanks for joining there, Jimster. Tough game. I think you could have played a better move at one point toward the end where you could have won my e4 pawn and might have saved the game even. But who knows what was happening before that. Okay, Shoma. Last game for today, guys. Thanks everybody for watching, supporting the stream. We've got 2 donations from Jim, never odd or even. If anybody's going to dare to take the 3rd place on our first stream of the day. E4, C5, knight F3, knight C6. Let's play a Roslimo. I'm getting a little tired. Oh, shawarma. You know, it's ironic that the other day I wanted shawarma and I walked past a Mexican restaurant on the way, like a taqueria, on the way to the shawarma place, and I got tempted, and I couldn't pass up Mexican. I'm just weak. Jim, thank you. Jim's up to 300 in bit donations. They need some culinary fusion. No, seriously. I was in Boston. A lot of good food up there. I'm too weak, too slow, no doubt. All right, we're going to try to transfer this now. Bishop e7, I don't know what this is. Probably not a great move, actually. I just couldn't resist playing d4. I'm more of an open Sicilian player with white, and I tried to play the Roslimo, but he played, I don't know, Bishop e7, and I just got impatient. This is actually probably good for black. I have no idea how strong my opponent is, but I do know that I'm not supposed to have my bishop on b5 in this type of position. Now it's like a Paulson or something. Okay, this is a blunder by black. Blender. He's just blundering. What's going on? Is e5 like a mouse slip? Wow. e5 seems to be a mouse slip. Maybe d5 was a mouse slip, but he's pretty strong. I mean, 1896. I think one of these moves was a mouse slip. There seems to be a big differential in strength of players. Anita donated 300 bits into the leaderboard. 2nd place. So it's going to be over soon. Thank you, Anita. 300 bits donation. All right, queen d6. Check. All right, king f8. Thanks for being a subscriber, Anita. Thanks to all of you guys and girls. C7, King F8. What's next? Bishop C6. An interesting move. Probably I should play something far more routine here. Like that. Anyway, I lost 2 games today. It was fun. Not losing, but the stream was fun. I lost against Morwa and the other slimy time guy, someone on sound. From positions of strength, I've got excuses. Of course. A6. Uh-oh. This will be a problem. Man, black has a problem. Mate. Alright guys, thank you for watching and subscribing, supporting the stream. Jim, Anita, Never Odd or Even. Actually, everybody for subscribing. Again, we're going to be back Tuesday. We're going to be back on Thursday, Friday, and Sundays. That'll be the regular schedule for July and August. 5 days a week, 5:30 Eastern Time. I can't take this challenge from Anyo. Anyo, that might have been a Hungarian. Anyos Endre. I do live in Hungary most of the year, but we're not getting a lot of Hungarian viewers now. This Eastern Time schedule. Okay, guys, we'll see you later. Again, thanks to Arsenal fan Bob, Jim, Anita, Bob Sakamano. I said Bob already. Anyway, all of you, as well as the other subscribers who were here earlier and new friends, thanks everybody. We will remind you of the YouTube channel, Video Chess Training on YouTube. And also, again, tomorrow night, Tuesday, we're going to be hosting a tournament. I think it'll be Blitz this week. We're going to be hosting the tournament, 5:30 p.m. stream start, 5:45 tournament start. Password protected tournament. Blitz tomorrow night, again, at 5:30 stream starting. Tournament at 5:45. I will forward the password to all of our friends here and the regulars, so that all of you guys can join us for the arena tournament that I'll be hosting tomorrow night. Thanks everybody. Thanks for the Ponda. He's our regular Ponda's still in Hungary, but couldn't make the trip. Sorry guys. My cousin's still over there. They wouldn't let him through customs. Anyway, so Ponda couldn't make it. Apparently there's something in his stuffing that they wouldn't approve of. He worked it all out with border agents. We'll be back tomorrow night. Thanks everybody for watching. Bye bye.